Hello everybody, welcome back to Fanatic Breakdown. I am your host Chris Higgins with all the latest NFL, NBA, and MLB news. And today I'm going to be starting a new series for the channel, and just let me know if you like it. I'm going to be starting Higgins Highlight Haven, which is where I pick my top 10 plays from the previous week. This week it'll be week 15, and I basically just count them down. Let me know if you like this, and also let me know if this is something you'd be interested in for the NBA, as well as the MLB season when that starts back up. Now starting off the list at number 10, I have Kalen Bullock picking off Tua Tagovailoa, and there were 3 interceptions to choose from this week off of Tua, but I picked this one. I am a sucker for a good defensive play. Not only that, it was a diving interception. Now, I probably would have bumped this up on the list if he took it back for a pick 6. He was very close. He got to about the 5-yard line, I believe. Unfortunately, there are so many great plays to choose from, so I had to put him at 10, but still, what a remarkable play on the defensive end. Now, at number 9, I have the Jets taking on the Jaguars, and it's Aaron Rodgers' deep shot to Davante Adams. And I know this might be the first controversial pick I have right now. A lot of people are going to think this should be higher, but I personally believe that there were 8 plays that are better than this, even though a lot of people will not agree. But don't hear what I'm not saying. This was still a fantastic play, and I do have a question about this, and it's why in the world was Devin Lloyd covering Davante Adams? In no world should you ever have a linebacker on a guy like Davante. But either way, his ability to create separation and just get away from both defenders that were even close to him is phenomenal, and Aaron Rodgers just put it right in the breadbasket. A perfect pass. And at number 8, I have Josh Allen's throw to Keon Coleman. Now this one, we got him rolling out to his right, escapes a sack, almost hit the deck there, and just waits, launches it with the defender in his face, and somehow is just perfectly placed above the defender right to Keon Coleman, and he comes down with it. That's just something that we've become accustomed to Josh Allen doing, is just plays like that to get his receiver in the right position, evade sacks like that, keep chugging, keeping plays alive, and also Keon Coleman's ability to hold on, and then after that, stay upright and get to near the 5-yard line is incredible. And I know for a fact all of you are going to think my number 7 pick is way too high, but I have Devondre Sweat strip sack on Joe Burrow, and I just have a sweet spot for big men running it back, and he ran for a while. He cut all the way to the 40-yard line before being taken down, and they were in the red zone, mind you, so he ran it back for a while, and I know it's an unpopular opinion to have it as high as I do, but I just really love this play, and the fact the Titans were out there throwing blocks for their big guy. Now, this is another one that I think might be a bit controversial. At number 6, I have the Jets fake punt against the Jaguars, and I personally believe it just takes a lot of guts to go for it in the position they were in. It was the middle of the first quarter. They were only down by a touchdown, and they decided to go for it in their own, like deep in their own territory, mind you. Ashton Davis gets the ball, runs it back, hurdles a man, and then the Jets retain possession. Now, a lot of you don't think this is a crazy play, but honestly, I'm just really impressed. This is a play that they decided to go for, and the way they got it, the fact that they got way more than they needed, and the hurdle at the end caps it off, it's just, I love it. Now at number 5, I have Baker Mayfield to Mike Evans, rolls all the way to his left, tries to find something, can't find anything for a while, finally fires it, gets Mike Evans near the sideline, breaks free from his defender, and runs it all the way back for a touchdown. And in my opinion, one of the most valuable things you can have as a quarterback is the ability to extend a play. And Baker Mayfield is one of those guys where it's hit or miss. Either you're going to end up with a touchdown or it's going to get picked off. This one, it works, gets it to Mike Evans, and then we just see what Mike Evans can do with that strength of his, fighting all the way towards the end zone. Now at number 4, as a fantasy guy, this one hurts me because I had Rashad Bateman sitting on my bench, but I have Lamar Jackson's long pass to Rashad Bateman, rolls right, eventually fires it on the move to a wide open Rashad Bateman, and then gets a double juke into the end zone. That's not something you see all the time, and honestly, it would have been lower on this list, but I think the double juke towards the end to get free from 2 defenders is really what sold it for me. A beautiful play, and I'm really upset he was sitting on my bench. Now at number 3, I have Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown, steps back in the pocket, threads the needle over 2 Bills defenders, and then Amon-Ra just does what Amon-Ra does, running free all the way to the end zone. And this is what these 2 men have been doing all year. Jared Goff threaded the needle perfectly to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who just has the wheels to get all the way there and take it home. Just a fantastic play that I don't think anybody was expecting at that point. Now at number 2, I think I have a play that's going to upset a lot of people because it's not at my number 1, but I have Cedric Wilson to Alvin Kamara. Spencer Rattler passes it to Wilson, you think he might run it, and then he launches to Alvin Kamara on the right side of the end zone, who brings it in with one hand, which I think really sold it for me, put it as high as it did. It's one of those trick plays that just nobody sees coming, that worked perfectly. And I want to take a second to appreciate the fact that Cedric Wilson is actually a pretty good quarterback. That was a nicely placed pass that was reeled in by Kamara. Now I need you guys to hear me out for my number 1 overall pick. I feel like it might be unpopular. Jaden Daniels getting chased down by Saints defenders, pulls backwards. He actually actually ends up slipping here, moves forward again, launches it in a jump pass, and somehow caught by Scary Terry. Honestly, he threw that in there. I thought it was getting intercepted. Somehow Terry came up with it. That is just phenomenal. I think that was a really good play, not only to extend the play like Jaden did, and then the jump pass on top of it, and then somehow Terry comes up with it in traffic. I'm so happy this Commanders team is finally finding success, and that Terry McLaurin has finally found a quarterback that truly works well with him. Now that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making it and doing the research for this video and finding really good plays. And be sure to let me know if you guys actually did like it and if this is going to be something you guys want on a weekly basis. And also let me know if this is something you guys are going to want for the NBA as well as the MLB, because I'm really open to anything at this point. It's just a lot of fun to do. And I'm going to start something else. As many of you know, I usually put a verse at the end of my videos on YouTube Shorts. Now I'm going to start doing a verse of the week, which will be a verse I put at the end of this video and read aloud, and it will be the verse that I put at the end of all my YouTube Shorts for the week to come. And this week's verse is going to be one that resonates with me. It's 2 Corinthians 12:9. My grace is all you need, for my power is the greatest when you are weak. And that is something I have the tendency to forget. Sometimes I fail to lean on the Lord in the times when I really need to, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. And sometimes I just have to let things go and understand that it's going to work out the way the Lord wants it to, which is just also easily forgot. And with that said, this has been Higgins Highlight Haven on Fanatic Breakdown. I'm your host, Chris Higgins. Always remember, I love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll see you next time.